Good morning. It's Mrs. Freeze. It's Tuesday morning, and I have something very exciting to show you. Those are our 5 little baby foster kittens. We also have their mama, who is Bella, and we just got them yesterday, and they are adorable. They're only like a week and a half old, so their eyes are just opening and very cute. Several of the Freeze children yesterday said repeatedly that it was the best day of their lives because we have these baby kittens. So, big day in the Freeze house yesterday. So, the Mrs. Freeze story of the day requires a little background. So, I don't know if you've noticed that I'm not the most like techie person in the world. So, if things work, great. Otherwise, I don't really know what to do. But I will say this: during this quarantine time, I think that I have figured out the DVD player. Like, not to brag, but several times I have started it without any help from children. So, I have even started YouTube and Netflix on the TV, like by myself. So definitely making progress. But so not really a tech person, also not really like a car person. Um, when I was in college, my check oil light came on, and I didn't even know how to open the hood. So I had to have one of my professors come out to the parking lot and like show me how to open the hood, check the oil. But anyway, so this was just a couple of years ago. We had one of our cars in the shop for an extended period of time because, old vehicles. And so we had borrowed one from some lovely friends of ours. And they have like nice vehicles, like made the same decade as it actually is type vehicles. So not really used to fanciness like this, but we were driving and all of a sudden Jason changed the volume on the radio without even like touching the buttons, and I didn't even know how this happened. And I forget if he told me or if I just figured out that it was from waving his hands in front of the radio. So like it was awesome. Like you could change the volume without even touching it. So I spent several minutes making it get louder and quieter and louder and quieter just by my hand. And then once I guess I accidentally tipped my hand sideways a little bit because then it changed the station on the radio without even touching the buttons. Um, yeah, it was amazing. So fun. I didn't even know they had stuff like that. Um, so then Jason showed me that there were actually controls on the steering wheel, so it's pretty impressive too that they have those, but to know about that technology really quite something. Anyway, our math devotional of the day comes from 2 Corinthians 3:18. So I'm going to read this to you. It says, "So all of us who have had the veil removed can see and reflect the glory of God. And the Lord, who is the Spirit, makes us more and more like him as we are changed into his glorious image." So that verse makes me think about parabolas. So here's the basic shape of a parabola. And if you have a parabola and you have light, so the orange represents light coming into the parabola. So you can think about that as the glory of God. So the glory of God is shining down on us, so coming in. And the parabola is all of us holding hands. So I imagine us, the believers, the church, if you will, all linking arms like elbow to elbow and standing in a big parabola like this. So together we are all making up this parabola because the parabola is made up of a whole lot of little points. So we're each the little points, and the parabola is all of us together. And it's important that it's all of us together who are believers. So the glory of God, the light of God comes and shines on all of us together. And we each reflect some of the glory of God. And so together that makes a focal point in the center of the parabola. And so that's what non-believers can see, is they can see the glory of God reflected through us. We are the image of Christ that is seen in the world. And we each might reflect a different part of the glory of God. Some people might do a really good job reflecting the patience of God. It's not really me. I'm not really the most patient person in the world. Um, but maybe people see joy, or maybe people see kindness, or maybe so. And we all reflect all of the parts to an extent, but there are different strengths that we reflect more, and people see that part of God more readily when they look at us. But all of us together reflect the glory of God. And it shows that we're all necessary because, like, if this person is missing, then that part of the glory of God might not be shown as well to the world. So he uses us to reflect his glory, and then that makes us more like him. So just kind of cool that we get to be part of shining the light of God and showing the glory of God to the world. So there's your math devotional of the day, and I hope you have a good day and do your e-learning if you haven't. And remember that Jesus loves you, and so do I, so do your math.